All right, everybody, I'm just going to walk you through these three cool tools. So the first one, of course, is going crazy with some filters. Then we're going to do a clone stamp, and then we're going to do hue and saturation. But this assignment is called before and after. So make sure you download the before photo, and then you can show us the after photo, right? You're going to be uploading 6 different photos, all right, in graphics, whatever you want to manipulate. So let's start off by going to PIXLR.com. And when you get here, you're going to choose PIXLR E. All right, that's the one you're going to want to use. Right here, PIXLR E. All right, so that's where you'll be going, and I'm just going to go ahead and click that right now. There we go. So you can open up your own image and alter it and have some fun with it, or you can create a new one. So I'm going to go ahead and create a new one, right? And I'm going to click a web size here. Let's see, I'm just going to go with the web size, and I'm going to just name this 15:1. I'm going to click create. Okay, file, here's the steps. File, stock search. If you're not going to bring in your own photos, you can get some right here to manipulate. And here we go with the first before, which is going to be crazy filters. So I think I'm going to do something different. I want to do the cake. Doesn't really matter what you manipulate, but I'm going to use this photo right here. Cupcakes, I'm going to use the web and click apply. Okay, so I've got a before photo. I can do that, and I can export that photo. Boom, I've got the before, and now let's go up here to the kaleidoscope. That's the one effect and filter I want you to use. Just to have some fun here, we're going to go to filter, creative, kaleidoscope. Okay? Now look at all the other effects you can use. There's a lot more in Photoshop and other things, but this gets you right in there working with those effects and getting crazy. Filter, creative, kaleidoscope. All right, I'm going to slide this over, hold the mouse down, pull that over, and I can start to adjust how crazy you want to get with that. If you put different layers to really work on it, you can get some wild stuff going on. But anyway, I'm just going to do that. Do I need to stretch it a little? No. If I hold this button down, I can compare what it used to be, right, and that. All right. Anyway, we want to see those 2 photos. So anyway, I'm going to apply that effect, and then I'm going to go ahead and put some text on there. You have to add a layer. Say, Mr. Mac is crazy. All right, so now I have my after, right? File, export as a PNG. Make sure you remember where you save it, okay? Make sure you remember where you save it. I can't say that enough. Naming conventions and saving files is so important, especially when we start to get into video and things like this in the multimedia areas and field. You'll have much more work if you remember it and repurpose things that you've made in the past. If I do grab that, I can adjust it around, adjust the size. So that's one. Crazy filter, right? We've adjusted it with the kaleidoscope. I wanted to use that. Of course, you can color things also past that, but so a before photo and then kaleidoscope on the after. Next, I'm going to go File, Stock Search, and this time I'm going to put in 2 people for assignment. All right, and 2 people. So let's say anything. I can grab this one right here, and I'm going to go to Web Size and then Apply. Right. So I have a photo there, right? But I want to get rid of him, right? So I'm going to come over here to the Clone tool, right? I'm going to click it, and I'm going to click on the sky, and I'm going to start to get rid of him. Of course, the more you zoom in, the more you take your time with this, you can really start to get in there and make it look real. Right? If you hit Shift, it'll get that last stored image off your, I believe, off your RAM. Right? I'd want to click the mountain here, wouldn't I? Right? Get that mountain going across. Yeah. So we'll click that. So it's going to take a little time to work on it. You can zoom in and get rid of that person, right? Anyway, that's the second one, the clone tool, right? We're working with layers. So here we go, right? Let's just, for time's sake, I've exported the version that's not altered, and now I'm exporting the version that's had the clone tool worked on it, right? Now I'm going to go to the last one, File. All right, so let's do the last one here, where we're going to use the wand tool, but we're also going to show you something a little more professional using the lasso tool, which is used a lot in Photoshop. So let's just do the last one. Same steps, right? File, stock search. Find a photo. I'm going to use I think a flower, but you can use anything you want. All right, now I'm going to find something with the petal that I can separate. Just something that I can separate some color on it. I'm just going to go down to, can you even load more pictures, huh? I'm just going to do something interesting here. Just 2, but I'd rather you do something with a lot more petals. Anyway, this is just 2 to show you a quick example. Of course, if I got lucky, I could use the wand tool and it would highlight that whole thing, right? I'd change the tolerance and have a little bit stronger tolerance. See, it starts to help you out a little bit more when you select it all. And so you'll have to work with the tolerance if you want to use the wand tool. The other professional way, of course, is getting used to using these lasso tools where you can zoom in and go around something like that, right? It almost hugs it. That's not a good way to do it right there, or not a good example. So what if I went up to the free? I'm not holding the mouse down and it's doing it on its own. Okay, the next one is the polygon. It's a little easier, but it's straight, see? All right, and the next one is benzene curve. It's almost, but it's not as good. It's a little weird. So anyway, what you'll want to try is a magnetic. Okay, click off it, deselect it. I'm going to right click and gray, deselect, and I would probably zoom in. Hold the mouse down and look at that. It's almost hugging it. And then once you've got it, I'm going to do it quick here, probably not accurate. I'm sure you'll do it better than me with numerous. So I'm just going to go up here and have that highlighted right there. Clicked on it to connect it. And now if I go up to adjustment, hue and saturation. Right? I've got hue and saturation. Look at that, changing some colors. How much black and white would be, of course, the saturation, so I can change the colors. Now if I want colorized, it gets a little wild. Look, boom. Okay, so you can change the petals of your photo and export that once again, right? After you do numerous file, export, and then there's my after photo. So I've got a before photo that I did with some cakes, right? And then I did an after photo for that with the kaleidoscope. And then I did a cloning stamp tool where I removed somebody. And then I also did a hue and saturation using the wand and the wand tool and the lasso select tool. Okay, it's Mr. Mac out. If you have any questions, let me know. Using tools for multimedia, editing graphics for web, graphics, print, video, animation. These are all tools that you have to get familiar with for multimedia production. Sorry for going so long, but contact me anytime with any questions. Mr. Mac out.